Hello viewers, welcome to Option Trading Workshop. My name is Kumareshan, founder of BabajiRoboTrader.com. So in this workshop, we are going to see the options, call option, put option, and option strategies, how we can deploy the option to make a good profit. So before going to the workshop, so there is few announcements. So if you don't have the Demat or the trading account, you can use the link given in the chat section. You can open the account. So by this way, it will be helpful for me. I'll get the commission when you open the account in the LS Blue. Then the second thing, in our company BabajiRoboTrader.com, we are giving robo for intraday trading for Indian market, both for MCX and for NSE. And to trade options, we are giving the special robo called LSG. So in the LSG, we can build the all option strategies, straddle, strangle, butterfly, and for iron condor. Then the third announcement, we have the YouTube channel, the name of Babaji MT4 System. So you can subscribe and you can follow it. Whenever we are getting a good call in the market, we are posting on daily basis. So you can follow the channel. So first thing, you can open an account in LS Blue. Second thing, you can visit our site www.babajiRoboTrader.com and you can see your products. If it's useful for you, then you can buy the products. Then third thing, you can subscribe to our YouTube channels. In the day, we will be connected. So if you have any queries, you can post it in the YouTube or you can mail us at kumareshan.selva@gmail.com. So here, first we are going to discuss all the strategies. Finally, we are going for the Q&A. Suppose because of large number of participants, we can't answer all the questions. So if we have the Q&A, suppose if the time is more than 45 minutes, so we can't take the Q&As, you can ask in our mail ID. So mail ID, I'll ping you in the chat section. Stay with me. So first we are going to see the type of options. There are two types of option. First is the put option and the call option. So put option and the call option both have relative both individual you can buy and sell. Suppose if you have the call option, you can buy and sell. When you do your call buy or the put sell, buyer has to take the delivery on the expiry date. Suppose if you buy HDFC Bank call option on the expiry date, you have to take a delivery. Suppose if it is a 500 lot size, you should pay that 500 and you have to take the delivery. So now we have a 3-day lock-in period on the expiry plus 2 days, right? The total 3 day, if you are holding, you should have the full margin, right? The full margin for the particular script, then you have to take the delivery. So it means that relatively, if you are buying a call option or if you are selling a put option, both are remain same, you have to take a delivery on the expiry date. The next is call sell or the put buy. So if you are selling the call option, it means that relatively you have to give a delivery to the buyer. So either you can square off the call sell or the put buy, or if you have a stock, you can give a delivery. So next we are going to see the buyer of option. So if you are buying the option, means if you are buying either the call or the put option, right? The first thing we are seeing the premium. You are going to pay very less premium for the call or the put because you are relatively buying an option. Suppose if you are bullish in the particular stock, you are going to buy the call option. If you are bearish for the particular stock, you are going to buy the put option. Here our risk is very less, limited to only the premium paid. Here for example HDFC 1000 strike. So current trading price is suppose say for example 10 rupees. So 10 into 500 it becomes 5000 rupees is our maximum risk. Suppose if tomorrow there is a big HDFC bank moving from 1000 to 1100. So we will be 100 rupees profit into the lot size. So 100 into 500, it becomes 50,000 rupees. We will be in a profit. So upward risk. So I give an example as like HDFC Bank moves from 10 to 100. So relatively our profit will be 90 into 500. It becomes 40,000 rupees is our profit. As I said from the beginning of this session, so if you are the buyer of the option, you should know the strong technical about the market. So for that we are giving the technical tools to our clients. It will indicate you where to take the call and put. Suppose if the chart is indicating up arrow, buy above, so there we have to initiate the call option. If it's showing sell below means we have to initiate the put option. So here for the example, for the HDFC Bank 7th of April, we got a buy call, that's buy above 905 and target 925 and 964 and third target 993. So once we get the buy above range 905, we can initiate the buy call, the call buy on the 910 or 900 strike price. So and we can exit our position on 925 or 964 on 993. So if you want to carry for the second or third target, and if you have the multiple position, you can square off one by one on first target, second target and the third target. So for the stock options, it is a monthly expiry, so we are focusing only on the daily time frame. So we have to set the chart in daily. So if the daily giving a buy indication, we have to go for the call buy, and if the daily indication that is giving a sell, there's a sell below, so we have to take a put option. For this chart we are pricing monthly 3000 rupees. When you are going for 1 year, that is 30,000 rupees. So for the detail, you can visit our site babajiroboted.com. You can get the demo for 2 days. So you can evaluate and you can buy our software. So you can use both for the indices and for stocks also. So next we are going to see the seller of an option. If you are selling the option means, number one, it comes with a huge margin. You have to pay a huge margin. The profit is very limited. For example, if you are selling a HDFC Bank, say for example at the strike of 1000, today that is trading 40.90, 40 rupees 90 paisa. So our profit maximum receiving is 40.90 only. That is about 21,950 rupees. Suppose if the market is going higher and higher, we will incur a loss above 1040 rupees because we already in a sold of 40. So 40 plus 1000, it become 1040 above, we will incur losses. So here the risk is very high. The profit is limited to our premium we have collected. So based on this, when you compare the option buyers and the sellers, so if you are buying an option, you should have a strong technical knowledge. If you are well versed about the indicators, if you have a strong buy sell indicator, or if you are following any methodology, if it's proven to be successful, then you can go for the option buying. If you are going for option selling, there is no need of much technical. But if you are selling without a proper hedging, that is a very risky. I can say that selling without hedging is heavy risky. That too in the money, if you are selling, that too is very risky. Then the third thing we have to understand, buying is like buying an insurance. So basically, if you are a call buyer, anyway you are going to take a delivery on the expiry date. Okay, it's like you are paying a very fraction of the margin. Suppose if you are paying for the HDFC, say for example for future you are buying 1,50,000 rupees margin, means for here you are paying just about 20,000 rupees to carry that option. In case the option moves in your favor, in case the price moves in your favor, your option will be in the money and it will be very profitable. So you can cover the option or you can take a delivery in case of if you are a call buyer. Normally the people used to say selling is like running an insurance company, because insurance company will give you insurance, you are paying a fraction of the money. For every year you're not going to claim the insurance, right? So only about 100 out of 100, only about 1% of the people are going to claim the insurance. So all the options, when you compare, only the in the money are priced, out of the money are going to zero. So whoever sold out of the money, they will get that premium. That's why the people used to say selling is like running an insurance company. Up to this, everything is clear. So now we can move to the option strategies. So here, first we have understood what is a call buy and the put buy and the call sell and the put sell. So I remind you, suppose if you are bullish in a stock, you are going to buy the call. If you are bearish in the stock, you are going to buy the put. When the market moves, suppose if you have brought one lot of call option, when the price of a stock is started climbing and higher, your call option will be in profit. But You have taken a call option that is not moving higher. Suppose if it get reversed, you will be in a loss. So how to handle this? Because you have paid the premium would be very high. The market is going, if the market is not in your favor, okay, your premium will go to zero. So how to handle this situation, right? So here comes the strategies. So we have the couple of strategies. It will make your risk reduced. It will minimize your risk. So here I come the first strategy, the strategy number one, that is a short straddle. First you have to understand what is a straddle. So straddle means one call and one put at the same strike is called straddle. If you are bullish, you can buy the straddle. If you expect there is a huge movement on upside or the downside, you can buy the straddle. Or if you are feeling the market will move sideways within a range, you can do a short straddle. During the short straddles are deployed when the market is in sideways or relatively on the expiry days. So straddle means relatively you are doing a trade on the same strike price. For example, here I given the example as HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank next month 1000 strike price, that is currently trading 40.95 call option, and the put option that is trading 48.70. So in case if you are going for a short straddle, you have to sell relatively 1000 rupees call option and 1000 rupees put option, same strike. So you can do long straddle or short straddle also. So long straddle is deployed when there is a huge movement you are expecting either on the top side or the bottom side. Mostly the long straddles are deployed during the election period. So if your election result is going to come within about couple of days, so at that time you can deploy a long straddle on the same strike price. But only the problem is volatility. What will happen during the election period? During the election period, we can find the volatility in the market is going higher and higher. So it will make the premium to shoot up. So when the VIX is trading higher, the premium also will go higher. So in that case, what we can do, right? Suppose if you're feeling market today will be sideways and the VIX has shot up, right? So you can go for a short straddle. So mostly the short straddles are deployed after the election result. Mostly the short straddles are deployed during the expiry days and when you're expecting the premium, the particular stock will stay in sideways. For example, here I have given the example of 1000 rupees HDFC Bank. So here our call premium is 40.90 and our put premium is 48. So we are totaling this one and that will come to 88 rupees. So we can say 88 rupees on any side we can just put up 88 rupees above or below the current strike price. The current strike price we have taken a straddle is our breakout level. So breakout level means we have to exit the position. So if the breakout happen, it will give you the losses in your strategy. So here we have taken 1000 strike price, sell at 40 rupees 95 in the call option, 48.70 in the put option. So totaling up we are getting 88 rupees. So if the price stays between the higher range of 10,080 and the bottom range of 920, if the price stays between 1080 on the higher side and bottom 920, we will be safe. Suppose for during the expiry, so we have taken this short straddle, we have made a short straddle of 1000. Suppose on the expiry date, if the HDFC Bank trading at 980, means what will happen to our call means it will go to 20 rupees. Okay. What will happen to our call side 1000 strike price call option? It will go to 0. Okay. But we already have shorted the 1000 put option. So the put option will come to 20 rupees. So basically what we have done, we collected 28 rupees of premium. It is roughly about some 14,000 rupees profit in the HDFC Bank. So the short straddle is deployed when you are feeling the market will trade within a range. You can take on the same strike both sides, both call and put. You can take relatively sell, call and the put, and you are collecting the premium, because when you are selling the call and put option, you will collect the premium. So you have to add it up, add both the premium on the call level and the put level. 1000 plus 88, so that's become 1088. 1000 minus 88, that become 912. So our breakout range will be bottom 912 and the top range will be 1088. Same for the buy straddle. So in case if you have brought the straddle, say for example you are expecting there is a huge rally in the HDFC Bank within a couple of days, for example say some election day, you are expecting there is a huge movement in the market, you can buy the call option and the put option. You have to keep it in mind. We have brought the call option and we have brought the put option. You have to add the premium and you have to calculate the breakout range. So 1000 plus 88, it become 1088. Bottom side 912. Above this only, if the price trades, it will be profitable for the long straddle. Short straddle is more profitable when you compare with the long straddle. So in the last slide we have seen the short straddle. So this slide we are going to see short strangle. So we have to sell it away from the ATM. Say for example if the ATM is 1000 rupees. So 1000 is the current market price of HDFC Bank. So we can consider 1000 as the ATM means. So from 1000 outside we have to choose a strike price both in the call and the put option. Suppose if for call option you have to sell above 1000 and for the put you have to sell below 1000. Both are out of the money. We are selling far out of the money put and call option at the same time. So to find out that one, which strikes we have to sell for both call and put option, we have a two method. First method, we have to find out the support and resistance level for the particular stock. Then the second method is we have to total it up at the money and first out of the money, and we based on that we are getting on value, right? So add the value from the ATM. So in the HDFC, so 990, that is the first strike, that is an ATM, and 1000 rupees is trading at 40 and 980 that is trading at 51. So both we are summing it up, we are getting 91 rupees. So I barely make it as 100 because HDFC Bank don't have 90 rupees and they have next strike is 1100. So I just plus it up, 1000 plus 51 plus 40, that is giving 1091. So I make it up 1100. So same we have to minus from 1000, so 90, so we are getting 910. So I am considering one strike price below, that is a 900. So the strangle is nothing but we are to selling far out of the money put and call option. At the same time, if you are selling one lot of call option, we have to sell one lot of put option. The first I told you how we can choose the strike price for the strangle is, first you have to find the support and the resistance level. So if you are using a pivot, you can find the R1 and the S1 levels, or you can sell it at R2 and the S2 levels. R2 level, that is a call strike. S2 level, that is the put strike. You can go for a sell. But another way of choosing the support and resistance is open interest. The last column, that is the open interest column, huge build up in the strike. You can take that particular strike and you can go for the sell. So here in the example, you can see 1100, we can see the open interest is 4,61,500. That is a relatively huge open interest when you compare with the previous strikes. So we can take this as one resistance level. The same relatively when you're going the down strikes of the put, we can find 2,59,500 is a relatively a stronger open interest level. So we can choose both as a support and resistance. But in the both the case, if you are choosing from the support resistance through the open interest, or if you are calculating the premium, first two premium, and you just sum it up and you're just making a call or the put, both are coming same. So either way you can choose which strike price. You can go for the strangle, short strangle is up to you. So what is the advantage of the short strangle? That's same as the straddle. So if you are thinking the stock will be trading within the range, so we can go for a short strangle. So here in the example, so we have sold one lot of 1,100 and one lot of 900 rupees. So we can say that, so if the stock is trading between 900 to 1,100, it will make our call and put to go to zero. So by this mean we will collect our premium. So here our premium, how much we got is 11.60, and at the put side we got 15.90. So total we got around 27 rupees. So we have collected 27 rupees. So we collected 27 rupees by selling one lot of call and one lot of put. So that comes around 13,500 rupees as profit. So again, I'm just recalling it, both the straddle and the strangle has to be applied. Short straddle and the short strangle has to be applied when you're expecting the price will stay within a range. How to find a range? So we have support and the resistance level based on pivot, or based on the technical level, or based on the OI. So next we are going to see is the ratio spread. So in ratio spread we have a two type of ratio spread. One is the call ratio spread and another is a put ratio spread. So here in the ratio spread means you have to buy one lot of call and sell two lot of call. So here for example, so in the chart I have given, so if I brought one lot of 8,700 call and two lot of 8,800 call. So if the price stays between this range, we will be in a profit. So in this example, I have given the short ratio call spread. We are buying one lot of 8,700 and we are selling two lot of 8,900. If the market stays below the 8,900, our sold call will be in a profit. This is one of the decent making strategy. So here we have to adjust the call and put options relatively to the market. Suppose if the market moves higher, you can just close the strategy and you can shift to another strike price. Same for the put, you are buying nearby put and selling for two lot of put. If the price stays in between the call strikes or below the buy strike, we will be in a profit. Fourth strategy we are going to see is the covered call. So covered call is a bullish strategy. We are taking a long in the future, or we are buying the cash, then we are selling one lot of call option. We have to adjust the strike price according to the price movement. This is relatively a high risk strategy. So bullish in the sense, suppose if you're for example for HDFC Bank, you can buy the future and you can sell the call option. Suppose if the market moves high or within a range, we'll be in a profit. But if the price goes lower, we collect only the call premium the future will be in a minus. Suppose for example you have brought a future and you have sold one lot of call option. When the market stays sideways or that is going high, we will collect the fixed premium. But if the market moves downwards, it will be a minus in the future. So this is a high risk strategy. Fifth one, we are going to go for a caller. So basically this is like a covered call but with put. So here we have seen the covered call, we are buying the future or we are buying the cash. The cash, if you are buying, means you have to buy the same market lot. For example, if it is a HDFC bank, then you have to buy 500 quantity in the HDFC bank, then you have to sell the one lot of call. Same here in the caller, we are doing the same thing. We are buying the future or buying the cash and we are selling the call option, plus you are buying the put option. So in case if the market is going downside, this put option will be in profit. So this is also a bullish strategy. And the second thing is sort of less risky when you compare with the covered call, because if the market going downwards, there is a put option to cover your losses. Third thing, you have to adjust the call option for the better return. So the sixth strategy what we are going to discuss is the put back spread. The put back spread, we are selling one lot of in the money put and we are buying two lot of out of the money put. This is a bearish strategy because when the market going down below our OTM level, then only we will be in a huge profit. So this is employed whenever you are expecting a huge movement in the market. Say for example on the election day, you are thinking that market will go down. Then you can take this strategy. You can sell ATM or the ITM in the money or at the money, and you can buy two lot of out of the money. So how you can take the in the money put and out of the money put? I'll give one simple example. Suppose if you are finding the in the money or out of the money, first strike is trading at 100. The premium is 100. So what you have to do, you have to sell that 100. You have to go and buy whichever is trading at 50 rupees. Suppose I'll go to our previous slide. So this is our HDFC. Okay. So here the 1000 strike is trading at 40 rupees. Okay. So here to build the put back spread. So here in this example we can see the 1020 put is trading at 58. So 58 divided by 2, that comes around 29 rupees. So you can sell the 58 one lot and you can buy two lot of 25, or you can buy two lot of 31. In case if you are buying 25 means 50 rupees only we are going to give to the market. We'll be a cover of 8 rupees excess, but if you are going for a 31 two lot, it will be 62 rupees. We have to bear about 4 rupees from our packet. So if the market is going down very aggressively, if the news on the stock during the earning time, during the election time, you can put this strategy. If the market goes below our about 940 levels, we'll be in a huge profit. But if it goes above also, there is no loss. So that is the beauty of this strategy, because all this strike price will go to zero, correct? Suppose if the market is going high, so you are thinking that this particular HDFC bank will go down. You have taken the put back spread, you have sold one lot of 1020 and you have brought two lot of 940. So if the market is not coming down, if it is going high, means you will collect near about 5 rupees in this strategy. There is no loss, but you will in a profit of 5 rupees, because 58 minus 2 lot, that is about 25. So because we are selling 940, that become 25 into 2, that become 50. So 50 minus 58, that become 8 rupees. So we are collecting that 8 rupees. Okay. So 8 into 500, that becomes 4,000 rupees. If you find, suppose in case if you are wrong also, this strategy is going to give 4,000 rupees. But if there is a huge breakdown, market is going below 940, this one lot we are in a long side, right? Because we have sold one lot at 1020. We sold only one lot here. We are in a buy of two lot here. So two lot in 940. So one lot and one lot will just equalize. We have one lot excess. This one lot, when the market moving down, it will start giving you huge return. That's the beauty of the put back spread. So if the market is going against you, so you have taken one lot of sell and you have brought two lot here. Suppose if the market moving in your favor on the downside, we will win a huge profit. But if it is moving opposite to you also, don't worry, it will give you the minimum profit. But if it stays between these two range, it will be give losses. So range bound, if you are feeling the range bound, don't take this strategy. You are going for a straddle or strangle. But if you are feeling there is a breakout on downside or it may go up, then you can take this strategy. So here we are coming to the next strategy, that is a put vertical spread. So relatively when you compare the graph, both are exactly opposite. So here what we are going to do, buy one lot of ITM or ATM and we are selling two lot of out of the money. So this is a bullish to neutral strategy. If you are feeling bullish, it will give a profit. If it is in a sideways, it will give profit within the last OTM level. So for example, here in the put vertical spread, we are going to buy one lot and we are going to sell two lots. So that is from bullish to neutral. So I'll go to the HDFC example. Say for example that is about 1020. So in 1020, I'm going to buy this strike. I'm going to buy instead of sell. In the previous back spread we sold it, but in the vertical spread we are going to buy this and we are going to sell the 31 or the 25. So we can say if it stays between this range, I will be in a profit. Because you have already sold about some 25. So 25 into 25, that's 50 rupees. So here comes the 50 rupees you have brought. If it stays between this range, you'll be in a profit. How? Same, I'm coming to the example. The 920, 940, you have sold about 25 rupees. So 25 into 2 lot, they become 50 rupees. So you have collected 50 rupees. If the market stays below this range, you will collect the full 50 rupees. So if the price stays between this range, will be in a profit because you already sold, you already collected the premium. If it stays below this range, this 25 will go to 0. So 25 into 2 lot, that become 50 rupees. So that is a put vertical spread. This is same for the call vertical and same for the call back spread. If you are going to do for the call vertical or the call back spread, this is exactly an opposite. Instead of this one, say for example, when you are going for the call vertical spread, you have to buy the ITM call and you are going to sell the ITM call of 2 lot. So the call vertical spread is nothing but you have to buy ITM or the ATM call and we are going to sell 2 lot of OTM call or the bearish strategy. That's all for this session. Thank you very much. So if you don't have the Demat or the trading account, you can use the link given in the chat section. You can open the account. So by this way, it will be helpful for me. I'll get the commission when you open the account in the Alice Blue. Then the second thing, in our company babajirobotrade.com, we are giving robo for intraday trading for Indian market, both for MCX and for NSE, and to trade options we are giving the special robo called Alice G. So in the Alice G, we can build the all option strategies, straddle, strangle, butterfly, and for iron condor. Then the third announcement, we have the YouTube channel, the name of Babaji MT4 system. So you can subscribe and you can follow it. Whenever we are getting a good call in the market, we are posting on daily basis. So you can follow the channel. So first thing, you can open an account in Alice Blue. Second thing, you can visit our site www.babajirobotrade.com and you can see your products. If it's useful for you, then you can buy the products. Then third thing, you can subscribe to our YouTube channels. In the day, we will be connected. So if you have any queries, you can post it in the YouTube or you can mail us at kumareshan.selva@gmail.com. So here, first we are going to discuss all the strategies. Finally, we are going for the Q&A. Suppose because of large number of participants, we can't answer all the questions. So if we have the Q&A, suppose if the time is more than 45 minutes, so we can't take the Q&As, you can ask in our mail ID. So mail ID, I'll ping you in the chat section.